So we will see how to read input in three scenarios. One is single test cases given. Second one is multiple test cases with number of test case given. Third one is multiple test case with number of test case not given. So let's first see what is single test case. Okay, so single test case is nothing but, let's take a problem. You are given two numbers and you have to find the sum of those two numbers and print it. Okay, so if you are given only two numbers, you have to just read it, print the sum. That is single test case, right? Now let's say you are given multiple test case. Yeah, so here you have three test case. Like for the first test case, answer will be 2 plus 4, that is 6. For the next test case, 4 plus 5, that is 9. And for the next test case, 6 till 13, right? So here you will be given number of test case. We are looking at the second case where multiple test case with number of test case given to you. So in this case, you have three number of test case, you have to output three results. Okay, now the third one is multiple test case with number of test case not given. Let's say this three is not given and you need to understand how many inputs are given to you, how many test cases are there, and accordingly print the result. So result will be same, but only the difference between second and third is sometime you'll be given number of test case, sometime will not be given number of test case. So we should we'll look how we can read that test cases and how we are going to write the logic for it. Okay, so let me first start with single test case. So if we take 2 plus 3, our answers would be 5, right? So let me write the code. Yeah, so for single test case, it is very easy. We know there are two inputs given, two numbers given. We can take two numbers, let's say int a comma b. We'll read it, scene a and b, and then we have to simply print the sum of a and b, right? So we'll run this and see what we get. So let me change this here, 4 comma 5, we should get 9. So we are reading the input from input.txt and printing it on output.txt. Yeah, so we got 9. Fine. So first single test case is easy. You can keep a problem in place of number of sum, like you can keep any problem. Let's say you have to find the sum of the array, so you'll have array elements here, right? So for single test case, we have to just write a code which reads the number of input and prints the result. For second, now for the second scenario, we'll be given number of test cases. Let's say we have three test case. So these are the three test case. Now how do we read, right? So it is very simple. What we have to do is first read number of test case. Number of test case. So we'll first read number of test case, and then what you have to do is you have to write a loop which runs for test case, like which runs for number of test case time. Okay, so it is very simple to write in C++. You just have to write number of test case minus minus. So if let's say number of test case is 5, this loop is going to run 5 times. If it is 4, it is going to run for 4 times. Now whatever logic you have written, just take it, place it inside the loop, and that this is enough. We are good to go. Okay, so now let's see. Our answers would be 4 plus 5 9, 4 plus 5 9, 7 plus 1 8. That should be our answer. So let's run our code, compile it, run it, and we get the right answer. Right, now the most important and trickier one is third. You are given multiple test case, but number of test case is not given to you. Right, so 3 is not given to us. We have multiple test case. In this scenario also, we want this result. So how do we do that? Okay, so what we are going to do at this scenario is, we know for each test case we have to read two numbers, right? So right now we don't have number of test case, so we'll remove this. Yeah, one simple thing is, you have to check if there is an input or not, right? Like let's say if I empty this input file, there is nothing here, right? So then I should not read. Or uh, let's say when I keep here true, what will happen is this while loop will run for infinite number of time, right? Every time it will read two inputs, but we don't know where to stop, correct? So what we are going to do is, we will read the input, and if there is an input, we'll read the other input. So let's say 4 is A, 5 is B. So first we'll read A, and if A has an input, then we are going to read B. Okay, so what we'll do is, instead of reading A and B here, I'll read A here. Now this, what will happen is, we know the type of A is int. If there is an integer value to read, this condition will become true. So we are reading 4 on the first time, then this condition will be true because 4 is an integer. We'll go next and we'll read B. So that is 5. Now we are printing A plus B. One loop is done. Now again while loop will run, and we'll try to read an input. That is again 4. That is true. Again we'll read B. That is 5. We'll print the sum. That is 9. Again this while loop will try to run. This time A is 7. And then we'll read B and we'll print the sum. Next time again while loop will try to read. Here we have an empty line. When we try to read, this condition becomes false. Okay, we come up out of the loop. So let's run this program and see if that works or not. Yeah, we got the same output, right? Let me increase some more numbers. Yeah, so we get 5 answer. Hope this was clear to everyone. Thank you.